Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Today is February 13th, 2016. It is the 44th day of the calendar year. Today is known as Lupercalia, the ancient Roman festival. If you're new to my channel, I show how so many news stories are contrived by the numbers. And I talk about the language of numerology and gematria. In the history of this video channel, I have multiple posts showing the same thing. Earthquakes reported that sync up with the numerology and related gematria of the day. In gematria, the word earthquake sums to 44. And just in case you're new here, I'll just show you a quick calculator that you can check this yourself. Some people come here and think I make this stuff up. This website, Riding the Beast, has a gematria calculator, which you can search for on a search engine. It'll pop right up. You want to choose English reduction method. Just type in earthquake and you will see it sums to 44. A lot of things that have to do with death and destruction have 44 gematria. I often refer to it as the kill number. Just show you some other words real quick. We live in the United States, a nation that began with the genocide. So these are just some words that have 44 gematria. Kill, genocide, earthquake. Today's the 44th day of the year. This day is known as Lupercalia, the ancient Roman festival, which even has gematria of 44. So anyhow, they're reporting that they had this record 5.1 magnitude earthquake in Oklahoma today. And what's curious about the 5.1 is that today's date numerology is 51. To get the date numerology, add the month plus the day plus the year in two parts. 2 plus 13 plus 20 plus 16 equals 51. A 5.1 earthquake on a date with 51 numerology, and also an earthquake on the 44th day of the year. In a region of the country that's had a lot of small earthquakes in the time of all this fracking, but never this large. 5.1 is a lot bigger than what's normally reported in the region that's blamed on fracking. The number 51, I call it the number of conspiracy. And just to plug this in on the calculator, conspiracy has a gematria of 51. Think about Area 51. Think about how people who talk about conspiracy theory are stereotyped with the phrase tinfoil hat. Gematria of 51, no coincidence. It's because that's a program term from the powers that be that rule over us and that want the brain dead masses to dismiss all truth when they hear the word conspiracy. This world is run by conspiracy. It is controlled by people who are very much invested in conspiracy, and they want the brain dead masses to never confront it, never acknowledge it, ignore truth. So anyhow, I've shown this type of reporting in earthquakes numerous times. Last spring, there was the major earthquake in Nepal. It happened on a date with 44 numerology. I did a video on that. Just the other day, Jeff C., a known channel on YouTube, made an attack video attacking me for my work on that, saying that I was a nut, that I was here to make the truth community look crazy. And he made that video the day after the Super Bowl. He also took the liberty of saying I was an idiot because I thought sports were rigged by numbers, which just seems comical. He called me a horrible researcher in the video, and he made this attack video the day after the Super Bowl was concluded, where I had predicted well before it happened that the Broncos would win, Von Miller would be the MVP, and there'd be a major Black Panther tribute. And I decoded all that by going through the numbers and showing what was being coded all throughout the season. I called a Broncos Super Bowl in October. So the reason I'm talking about this at the end is because I want those of you who are searching for truth to wake up to the fact that so many channels on YouTube are not here for truth. They're here to confuse, mislead, distort. So Jeff C., New World Agenda with his one eye symbolism, that's someone you can 86 from your subscription list. And if you want to make a response to this, Jeff C., talking about how loony I am, I'd love to hear it. You know, what I have figured out is the absolute truth of what these madmen are doing. Some more reporting on this. They said it was 33 kilometers northwest of Fairview, Oklahoma. And oftentimes, the powers that be love to trademark 33. It shows up a lot in the earthquakes. At the beginning of January, on January 5th, they said there was a 5.1 magnitude earthquake caused by a hydrogen bomb test on January 5th. You remember this story? They said it came just before Kim's 33rd birthday. The word Kim has a gematria of 33. Anyhow, hydrogen has gematria of 51. It happened on January 5th, written 5/1 in most parts of the world. 5.1 earthquake. The same type of thing. This pattern is always happening. Last month, now this month. I'm sure it'll happen next month, April, May. It's always going on. If you're aware of this language of numerology and gematria, you'll see right through this. What else is interesting about the reporting? Fairview, Oklahoma stands out. Fairview has gematria of 48 and 66 with the Pythagorean method. It's 66 with the V exception. There's only exceptions for S, K, and V, and I talk about those exceptions in my how-to gematria video. Anyhow, Fairview with 66 matches USGS, the Earthquake Reporting Service. Remember last year, now 2 years ago, the San Francisco Giants won the World Series 66 days after the worst earthquake in San Francisco since the '89 World Series earthquake, when World Series itself has a gematria of 66. So when you follow all this, you start to see that something very bizarre is going on. And I don't know exactly what the powers that be are doing to manufacture these earthquakes. There's all sorts of theories out there. But I do know that this nation had an underground nuclear bomb testing program that lasted for half a century. And it's very possible that over the decades that was going on, the madmen planted these bombs along fault lines, along strategic points, to literally shake up the earth. You know? These people are insane. Why do they do this? To scare us? To control us? To make money? There's so much money in this weaponry and, destruction business. Destroy and rebuild. Fairview in simple English gematria also sums to 93, another special number to the powers that be. The word propaganda has gematria of 48 the small way, 93 the big way, just like Fairview. Look at this. They say there was also a 3.9 magnitude quake, the reflection of 93. Important numbers to the powers that be. So I can't answer all the questions, but I can show you what the madmen are doing. I don't know if the reporting on the earthquake's accurate. If it is, it shows you that they've taken a lot of calculations to make sure they hit their numbers. So for you people out there in Oklahoma, spread this knowledge. Take it to your universities, take it to your professors, take it to your teachers, high school, middle school, college, elementary school. More people need to wake up to what's going on. This was also reported at 2:11 p.m. Eastern Time on CNN. And what stands out about that number is 211 is the 47th prime number, 47 a Masonic signature, a Zionist signature, the people who control our media, the people who operate by the numbers. That's the message for now. Until next time, truth seekers. Core, almost forgot one important point. This earthquake took place on the 98th meridian west. The word Lupercalia, the festival for today, the 44th day of the year, the small way is 44, and the big way is 98. Lupercalia 98, this earthquake on the 98th meridian on the 44th day by the numbers. Until next time.